I still haven't heard anything about if they're going to be doing a if they're going to be doing the first Assassin's Creed remastered. And it looks as though we're going to still get the Viking themed Assassin's Creed for the next one. So that's good. Alright.
Hello, Charles. Any luck finding our mystery woman?
Word is she's been stirring up trouble just outside the city in a town called Lexington.
Well, then that's where we'll begin our search. I'll meet you there.
In case people are wondering, like, okay, yeah, it's Assassin's Creed 3, you've seen the cover and such like that. Well, why are you this character? Well, all in good time. If it's one thing Ubisoft made you do in this Assassin's Creed is make you wait. They made you really wait for stuff. So, yeah, everything is all in good due time. There's 12 sequences. When there used to be only 9, we're now back up to 12 again. And this Assassin's Creed has additional content. It has a whole new mission story. It's called the Tyranny of Washington. I plan to go through that sometime. And this is a bundle. The Assassin's Creed Remastered is a bundled. So that means I also have Liberation as well. And there was a confusion whether Liberation and Assassin's Creed 3 were all in the same, sort of thing. They're both in America. Actually, Liberation takes place in Louisiana. Well, some parts of it are a little inaccurate. I mean, supposedly it's France, but they mentioned the Bayou, and the Bayou is actually a real place in southern Louisiana. I believe it's southern. So, let's see. Alright, gotta get my dog seated too. My dog will be a little anxious. He's blind and he relies on hearing, and it's funny, for a dog he actually for a dog who's blind, he actually pays attention a little bit more than if a dog were to see. If he were to see. He actually has favorite games he likes to hear. Isn't that weird? For a dog to have favorite games they like to hear. Yeah, he can't see, but he can hear. He likes shooters. Those are his favorite. Not like your average shooter like Call of Duty or something, but it has to be like Destiny or something, because he likes the way some of the guns sound a bit funny.
Support the community.
So this Assassin's Creed is in the American Revolutionary War. Um, it's it's when the British finally came over, and this is long after. This is not too long after the colonies. The colonies are still in effect as of now. They're still known as some locations are still known as colonies at this time still. We also got Washington that will be coming across, Benjamin Franklin, and and there's a host of others that will be also meeting here in this game. There's some inaccuracies, but you know, they pretty much got the gist of what it would be like at this time period. One of the things with all the climate change and such like that, you know, these winters that they're having right now, I will say they were definitely harsh. Winters back then were a lot more harsh than they are now, than what we know them as. So, which goes to show that there's been a lot of climate change. See, so you might have noticed again with this game, they've changed it up a little bit. The combat and such like that, they decided to go towards a more, how should I say, like more of a fluent sort of combat style. Because throughout the other three Assassin's Creed, Ezio's trilogy, people were complaining about even when they did come out, the combat was a little bit confusing. I do agree, it was a little bit confusing sometimes. This combat style is easier. Sometimes it can be a bit too easy, but I do like this better than the original. As you saw in my first video streaming this, it's very different. Like the tutorials and stuff are very, very different. Now back to the whole historic thing. Some of the like journals and logs that they have found of the United States way back in this time period, Revolutionary War, they were talking about how rough winters were. I think it was because of the fact that they did not have what we have right now to counteract with winter. So alright, here we go. I'm gonna mute myself here.
Have you found her?
She's made camp not too far from here.
Excellent. Well, the sooner we're done, the sooner we can get out of this cold.
I am afraid I have some bad news, sir.
Oh?
Braddock is insisting I return to service under him. I've tried to beg off, to no avail.
No doubt he's still angry about losing Pitcairn. To say nothing of the shaming we gave him. Do as he asks. In the meantime, I'll work on having you released.
I'm sorry for the trouble.
Not your fault.
We're too late.
Fire's only just been snuffed. Snow recently disturbed. She's close.
Onyx.
These tracks are fresh. It must be hers. Seems she took to higher ground. Out of the snow and into the trees. Wait here. Oh, damn it. Wait! Come back! You return to Braddock, Charles, before he grows suspicious. I can handle things from here.
But, sir!
But nothing. Go! Stop running! I only wish to talk! I am not your enemy! Please just hear me out! Only let me speak! You try my patience, woman!
Are you touched in the head?
Me, Haytham. I come in peace.
Why are you speaking so slow?
Sorry.
What do you want?
Well, your name, for one.
I'm Gadzit Zio.
Well, pleased to meet you. God's day.
Just call me Zio.
Dio.
Zio.
Dio.
Now tell me why it is you're here. Where did you get this?
From an old friend.
I've only seen such markings in one other place.
Where?
Well, it is forbidden for me to speak of it.
I saved your people. Does this mean nothing to you? Look, I am not the enemy.
Close to here, there is a hill. Meet me there, and we'll see if you speak the truth.
I don't think she realizes that we're surrounded by hills. I mean, it's the frontier, for crying out loud.
That town hosts soldiers who seek to drive my people from these lands. They're led by a man known as the Bulldog.
Edward Braddock.
You know him?
He is no friend of mine.
Every day, more of my people are lost to men like him.
Then I suggest we put a stop to it. Together.
What do you propose?
That we kill Edward Braddock. But first, we have to find him.
I don't trust you.
I know.
Yet you remain.
That I might prove you wrong.
It will not happen.
So you say.
So I know.
Yet, I remain. wait here. A Mohawkman is likely to raise suspicions, if not muskets.
This is hardly the first time I've been amongst your people. I can handle myself.
I hope so.
Can't stand being quartered there. The endless crashing of the waves, the sting of the salt in my eyes, and the goddamn gulls shrieking and shitting everywhere.
You're sure that's where we're going?
Aye, the Bulldog's putting together another expedition.
That's what they're calling them now. Expeditions.
Aye, smart too. Slap a fancy name on something and all evil is excused.
Man, this whole... Well, like I said, this game has really changed the whole ACS prospect.
Wonder what Braddock intends to do about it.
He's already left for the advance camp. I'll wager our little holiday here is just about ended. We'll be marching south before week's end.
Oi! Where are you going, Cully?
Me?
No, the other cock Robin.
Well, I was leaving.
Oh? And now?
Well, now... I'm going to feed you your teeth.
And you were worried I was going to be the problem?
There we go. That's how you do that. Kinda have to find the right one here. See, there's got all these tables here, but it's kind of hard to... There we go. That's how we do it. Alright. Oh boy. Oh, we only need 2? Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to do it for fun anyway. There we go. Next. I thought so. That's how that's done. Next. Oh, you go.
You're hurt.
Oh, it's nothing.
Here. This should stop the bleeding.
It wasn't necessary. But thank you.
We should move on. Meet me at Braddock's camp when you're ready.
Let's grab ourselves a horse, because we're probably gonna need a horse. Alright. Alright, alright. This way. Okay, let's see here. Right there. Watch it. A whole lot of cross. Oh, there we go. When you see rocks in the water, it tends to mean crossing for horses. See, like if you find stuff like this, yeah, that means crossing. Up. Okay.
Use the snowstorm to mask your approach. Having second thoughts?
Hardly. But I'll have to approach this carefully.
Go on then. I'll keep watch from here.
I can hide in that cart.
What's in the wagon? I need a full inventory.
As you wish. Let's see. 2 barrels of salt, 12 pounds pork, 10 pounds beef, 7 dozen eggs, 16 wheels of cheese. None of it French, don't worry. 5 bottles of whiskey, a couple dozen new uniforms, boots, and leather for patching, blankets, a cart feed for the horses. What else? That's it? That's all there is?
Oh boy. I hope he did that from a list, not from his brain. It's good.
I like to cause trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
I'm just gonna come over here real quick and get this here eavesdrop.
General Braddock refused the offer. There will be no truce.
Damn it! Why, George? What reason did he give?
He said a diplomatic solution was no solution at all. That allowing the French to retreat would only delay an inevitable conflict. One in which they now have the upper hand.
There's merit to those words, as much as I hate to admit it. Still, can't he see this is unwise?
It doesn't sit well with me either. We're far from home with our forces divided. Worse, I fear Braddock's bloodlust makes him careless. It puts the men at risk. I'd rather not be delivering grim news to mothers and widows because the bulldog wanted to prove a point.
Where is the general now?
Rallying the troops.
And then it's on to Fort Duquesne, I assume?
Eventually. The march north will surely take place. Plans in the command tent should you wish to review them.
At least this will be ended soon.
I try, John.
I know, my friend. I know.
That map will surely be of use.
Alright.
I need to find it.
Gotta be careful. Stay undetected. There we go. It's pretty much the only person you have to take out, to be honest with you. Unless you decide to do the cannons, then you'll have to do in this fellow right here. See, he's going to go back to watch the little window over there, the little cubby. That's where you can go take him out. I suggest you do the sprint takeout. It's just faster. Okay, there's that. Okay, then you got these two fellows here. Their backs are to you. Really use the bushes, like kind of spin the bushes out here. Go, just push down there. Okay, this is a guy who has to go. And we're just gonna go sabotage this one. There we go. Now we have to get out of here. Again, just follow the trail of bushes. That's what I do, just like follow the trail of bushes here. See, there's bushes there. You can just go all the way over here. And then you have to actually escape the fort. And there's actually some bushes down here. Okay, so you got this exit, which won't really work out, I guess. I remember what I can do. Can go back to this one, this exit here. This is a decent exit. And then there's actually some bushes right over here. I'm going to utilize them. Then we're just gonna, here we go. Bushes, bushes, bushes. Get to the bushes. Okay. So we got the saboteur, just kind of try to get out of the line of sight. I'm sure there's hundreds of ways that people have come up with to do this, but this is how I've been able to do it to get the full sync. Sometimes if I know I can do the full sync, I'll go for it, and then if I think, I don't think I'll be able to do this one, I just won't bother really. I try.
What news?
And
Braddock has
then
left to rally his troops. They're marching on Fort Duquesne. It'll be a while yet till they're ready, which gives us time to form a plan.
No need. We will ambush him here near the river. Go and gather your allies. I will do the same. I will send word when it is time to strike.
Alright, cool. Yeah, if you're a first time player, you don't really have to worry about going for the full sync. You should always try to go for the full sync, because it's always nice to not have to replay certain ones. It's always nice not to have to replay chapters and such like that. Because if you're able to get the full sync on everything, then you get a trophy for it. And I do believe the trophy's a gold one. And golds are really hard to get a hold of sometimes. You either have to do something strenuous, or you have to grind on something for a while to get a gold trophy. That tends to be the verdict with those gold trophies. I have almost 4,000 trophies, but I think I only have maybe 50 golds. Yeah, I know that sounds terrible, but okay, we're just gonna maneuver through here. Yeah, it's the time period where we actually knew what freedom was, somewhat. Oof, still a little dodgy. I don't think they've done any patch jobs with this yet, but and then again, the third one was always a little bit glitchy, even on the PS3. Hey, for those of you who don't know, Assassin's Creed Ezio's Collection and the remastered bundle for Assassin's Creed 3 They do not have multiplayer, unfortunately.
The cold, cold ground.
Here, here!
Hard at work, I see.
How did you...
It is time. We've set up camp to the north. Meet me there.
Gentlemen, let us away.
First it was too cold. Now it's too goddamn hot.
And humid too. It's a right swamp, I tell you.
To say nothing of the mosquitoes.
Warm weather and bugs are soon to be the least of our worries.
What? You mean the bulldog? Please. We'll be in that one's beef soon enough and on to the next.
Where's your boy Lee gone off to?
Returned to finish out his service under Braddock.
I imagine the bulldog's none too pleased after the stunt we pulled.
Pleased to spin a tale of my incompetence and beg forgiveness. He has a way with words, especially when it comes to flattery. I expect he'll be welcomed back with open arms.
Which would give us a man inside.
Precisely.
Unless you've underestimated our enemy.
If I have, Charles will sense it first and make his escape. He's more clever than you think.
When this is done, I'll...
I see you've been busy.
All these men are from many different tribes, united in their desire to see Braddock sent away. The Abenaki, the Lenape, the Shawnee.
And you? Who do you stand for?
Myself.
What would you have me do?
Will you help the others to prepare? Follow. They come.
Everything all right, sir?
Just savoring the moment. No doubt, many wonder why it is we've pushed so far west. These are wild lands, as yet untamed and unsettled. But it shall not always be so. In time, our holdings will no longer suffice. And that day is closer than you think. We must ensure our people have ample room to grow and further prosper. Which means we need more land. The French understand this, and endeavor to prevent such growth. They skirt around our territory, erecting forts and forging alliances, awaiting the day they might strangle us with the noose they've built. This must not come to pass. We must sever the cord and send them back. This is why we ride, to offer them one last chance. The French will leave.
Now's the time to strike.
Wait. To scatter the expedition is not enough. We must ensure that Braddock falls, else he's sure to try again. I'll disguise myself as one of his own and make my way to his side. Your ambush will provide the perfect cover for me to deliver the killing blow.
We await your signal.
There, in front of us.
Right, this is a tricky one. You have to kill 2.
Kill them!
That counts. Alright, there we go, that works. There. Oh.
How could anyone control this forest now? If the French push back, there'll be a lot of opportunities for us up north.
You mean? Sir, you are grateful.
Edward. Not so fun on the other end of the barrel, is it?
Look out!
Sir!
Where are you off to, Edward?
Well, it makes sense that Indians can do that, but everyone knowing how to, you know. Oh no.
I never took you for a coward, Edward.
Come on, then! Such arrogance. I always knew it would be the end of you. Is the end of you.
Don't. Hurry before he gets away! I said go!
I don't deserve this! You're a hypocrite, Hatham!
I'm sorry, Edward, but you forced my hand.
Why, Hatham?
Your death opens a door. Nothing personal. Well, maybe it is a little personal. Been a pain in my ass, after all.
But we are brothers in arms.
Once, perhaps. No longer.
Do you think I've forgotten what you did? All those innocents slaughtered, and for what? It does not engender peace to cut your way to resolution.
Wrong. Whether we applied the sword more liberally and more often, the world would be a better place than it is today.
In this instance, I concur. Farewell, Edward.
How about it?
It's done. Now I've upheld my part of the bargain. I expect that you will honor yours.
Follow me.
Well, she didn't seem quite all for it there.
No. No!
You seem disappointed.
I thought that I held a key that would open something here.
This room is all there is.
I expected more. What do they mean?
It tells the story of Yotzitzizu, who came into our world and shaped it for what life might come. She had a hard journey, fraught with great loss and peril. But she believed in her children and what they might achieve. And though she is long gone from the physical world, her eyes still watch over us. Her ears still hear our words. Her hands still guide us. And her love still gives us strength.
You've shown me great kindness, dear. Thank you. I should go.
Do you believe that's the end of the... What? Ah, that's not important. See, a few days later. Oh, well, whatever.
Master Kenway, did you find it then?
It was not the right place.
The others are waiting for you.
Gentlemen, please, sit. I fear our temple was no more than a painted cave. Although it did contain precursor images and script, which means we are close.
Not close enough, it seems.
We need to redouble our efforts and expand our order and establish a permanent base here. Although the site eludes us, I am confident we will find it.
Truth
Hear, hear.
Furthermore, I believe it is time we welcome Charles into our fold. He has proven himself a loyal disciple and served unerringly since the day he came to us. He should be able to share in our knowledge and reap all the benefits that such a gift implies. Are any opposed? Very well. Charles, come, stand.
Now we can stand, huh? Okay.
Do you swear to uphold the principles of our order and all that for which we stand?
I do.
And never to share our secrets nor divulge the true nature of our work?
I do.
And to do so from now until death, whatever the cost?
I do.
Then we welcome you into our fold, brother. Together, we will usher in the dawn of a new world, one defined by purpose and order. Give me your hand. You are a Templar. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding
guide us.
Wait, what?
Ha! Yeah, now he's probably wondering how he was able to access such memories, but it was in his DNA.
You all saw that, right?
Wow.
Well, indeed. The key must be the amulet Hatham took from London.
We might know what it looks like, but we're no closer to finding it. Desmond, you need to keep going.
Hey, he's your ancestor too. Why don't you hop in the Animus?
Really? That's your response? It's like dealing with a 6-year-old. What is wrong with you, Desmond?
You want to know what's wrong? I'm sick of being treated like I'm not even here. Desmond, do this. Desmond, do that. Desmond, you better figure things out because the sun is going to turn us all to ash. And I know I was really nice to you, but actually I'm just another Templar plot twist. And yes, I would like very much for you to be controlled by a magic space wizard so that you can murder me. So there's your answer. I'm sick of being a... I thought it might be different with you. I mean, you're my father, but turns out you're no better than the fucking Templars.
Don't you ever equate me to those bastards again. You hear me? Everything I do, everything I have done, has been for you. Maybe I pushed a little too hard, asked a little too much, but try and remember exactly what's at stake here. You need to get it together, kid. We're running out of time.
Right, that was unusual. Well, I'm just going to pretend that this never happened and get back to bringing everyone up to speed on where we stand. The news isn't good. It appears this temple is powered by a collection of, well, I guess they're batteries. You found one on your way in, but there aren't any more, at least not down here.
Any idea on where we can find replacements?
Not yet, so I intend to tiptoe into the Abstergo database. Now, if I can cross-reference these particular devices with their database, then maybe we'll get lucky.
See what you can do.
Obviously. Anyway, Desmond, you can either take a look around here or we can head back to the Animus.
Right. Till next time then.